We're down to the last three startups. FindMeCure, Maya's Litnova.
Hi there. Well, yes, desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm pretty sure that all of you have felt this way at least once in your lifetime. Such a desperate moment for me was 1 year ago when I realized that there is no traditional cure for my little sister. She basically sorry, this is me and my sister. There was no traditional cure for my sister, so what I did back then is start digging into the public registries for treatments in development, the so-called clinical trials. I know that for most of you, clinical trials are nothing else but scientific experiments. But actually, I was lucky because I was in the industry for 8 years already, so I knew that this is the most regulated industry. A clinical trial is nothing else but the regulated testing procedures of every single drug, medical device, treatment, or even this Fitbit on my hand is being tested so that it's safe on the market for all of us. But let me show you how a clinical trial looks like today. It's basically like this, and many hundreds and thousands of pages like medical information that no one understands. And in the end, FindMeCure came out. FindMeCure is the international smart search engine platform for treatments in development. The way we call it, it's the Google for clinical trials, basically. Well, what we do is collect 90% of the 200,000 clinical trials that are now available. These are all clinical trials available worldwide. We select this information and we use a special algorithm and visualization techniques so that people really understand the data about clinical trials, and in the end, they can measure the risks and benefits and make an informed decision. And this is totally free for all patients worldwide. The way we make money, well, the pharma industry is anyhow investing millions of dollars in each and every clinical trial, and 30% of this budget is exactly on patient recruitment, where we help. So where are we at now? Well, we have a great team of a marketer, a designer, business development professional, 2 developers with medical and clinical research background. We are really proud of our partners. ACRIS, these are the guys doing the global regulations in the clinical research industry. We work with Novartis, Bayer, and GlaxoSmithKline, and we just launched our beta version. And when it comes to the marketing strategy, we are one of the selected companies within the Telerik Digital Academy. And I just want to say one last thing. Basically, it took me months to find a clinical trial for my sister. With FindMeCure, we can help millions of people find a solution within minutes. Thank you for your attention. Thank you. I'll be happy to hear your questions.
Say again how you make money, the revenue part?
Yes. Well, we're going to work with the pharma industry. Right now, each and every company, in order to have a product on the market, they have to test every single product. It's by law. And basically, they're investing millions of dollars in every single clinical trial. But 95% of these clinical trials fail now because they don't have enough patients. So what we're going to provide them with, there are 2 ways of making money. First is business intelligence data, how to locate clinical trials. And second is improve their clinical projects in front of their customers.
So you're like a broker for...
It's like the bridge between the pharma companies and the patients.
Pharma guys pay you?
Pharma companies pay us, yes.
Okay, the only question that I may have is when will this be out of beta?
Well, yesterday we just launched our international version. So the beta version is already on, and we are testing it with some national and international patients organization. And we are still working on adding new features, etc. So it's working now. You can test it even now. We're still working on some things. The mobile version should be on next week, I guess, or in 2 weeks, something like that. So it's on desktop. And we are now working with Novartis, Bayer, and GlaxoSmithKline, and the whole association of pharma companies in Bulgaria to create the Bulgarian platform in Bulgarian language so that people in patients, I like to say, you know this word that the United Nations says, think global but act local. So this is why we started with the Association of Bulgarian
Anthony
Pharma Companies.
Giddens quote. It's
sorry?
a philosopher, Anthony Giddens.
Okay, thank you. I thought that United Nations. Thank you.
I think it's first off, it's a brilliant idea.
Thank you.
But my question is, I do not recall the name, but I recently came across of your large competitor. It's a Dutch company which already raised like $30 million US.
Trial reach.
Which one?
Trial reach.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So how, and you're building a marketplace, and for marketplace, the first mover advantage is huge. I mean, it's really hard to disrupt someone who is already like years
Yes,
ahead.
you're
so
right.
how you handle that?
Well, first of all, I also use Trial Reach to find a cure for my sister. I mean, this is where I know about Trial Reach. But then they're not doing anything else what our now public registries are doing. They're just providing just a little bit shorter information. What we have is an algorithm. Yes, we're using something like translation of the clinical data that is now available. And we need, of course, some external help, like financing, better financing, just to make it more advanced.
So you want, if I got it right, you want to be more than a marketplace, you want to kind of run a transactional business rather than a marketplace?
It's not a marketplace, yes. It's totally free for patients worldwide. Thank you.